So picked up a project. It is, well, it's supposedly a 1967 Coronet 500. And so if you don't know about Coronets and how they do it, that doesn't mean it comes with a 500 engine. That means it is the highest trim package. And there's no trim on it. But there is, the guy said 3 sets of trim inside of it. I'll show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So the good, it's pretty straight. I mean, it's fairly straight. There's definitely some, it's 1967. So that make the car 52 years old. It doesn't have the 500 center badge here, which it would have if it was a 500. It does have the 500 door badges inside, and the 500 on the rear between the taillights. I don't know what you'd call that piece. There is some Bondo on this side, I believe, from the funky looking bodywork there. Bondo bodywork. You can see, so there's a door panel inside there. I haven't pulled that panel to see what it looks like underneath it, to see if it could be pulled out or fixed. I'm not sure if it was something you can see. There's definitely, if you follow this body line here, there's some wowies in there. So that's the good. Outside, oh, it's got all the glass. It's got the headliner in it. The headliner's really nice shape. There's a rear seat in it. Rear seat's in really nice shape. I'm not showing you that yet. So that's the good. The bad is, and there's no rear bumper on it. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed. There's no rear bumper on it, but he had the rear bumper. So the reveal, whoosh. So there's the bad. No motor, no trans. You see, it's fairly clean in here. It's not a bad looking car. They cut everything out. They didn't remove it. They just cut all the wires. So it was supposedly, again, original 383 with an automatic. No card there. They do have a fender tag that he said was from this vehicle, but he could have easily pulled a fender tag from something else. He said he removed it because he had it outside of his shop, and people were coming around and looking at it, so he pulled that off. So he said it was originally a 383 automatic with air conditioning, everything else. It's red under here. It's blue inside the trunk. I'm thinking it was a blue car originally. I'm not sure if they, the hood must be from something else. Maybe it had a scooped hood or something. He does have the lettering in a box. I was hoping he said he had all the side badges, but I didn't see. I looked through the box. There was no V8. I think it said V8 here or something. I didn't see that. I believe it said, Coronet 500 along here, but they've bondoed in those holes. So that's the good. The bad, no motor, no trans. And then the ugly. Are you ready? Rusted floor pans. I mean, it's not horrible. Oh, he did do a subframe connector in here. So I don't think, the subframe stuff's not rusted out too bad. There's definitely holes. You can see over there, light through the holes. Dash has been picked clean of everything. And I don't know. It just looks like shit. So, it's not a horrible thing here. There's some, rust back behind. Here's the seat. You can see. Well, there is no door panel on that side, so I can see. I think there's a. Yeah, I haven't looked at that. So here's the rear seat. It's in really good shape. There is some rust underneath the. So there's a. If you buy a pan for these cars, it starts up here. There's a seam right about in there behind the pedal. I'll get up there and see if you can see it. The seam there. So if you get the full panel, it comes back to here. So this is what they call the seam behind the seat. So if you were to buy what they call the patch panel, it's from, you know, in front of the pedals, right up here. You see that seam along the tunnel right there, to this one here. And then there's a rear panel that goes back. And then, you know, of course, trunk panel and stuff like that. So looking at the tunnel, it's got, you know, some booger holes where I don't know what they did. Beat it with an axe or something. Does have a Hurst shifter. For the auto, was automatic on the tree. It's got the little indicators up there. They removed the handle. I'm thinking that they just kind of picked it clean for parts, but I don't know. You know, it's not that bad a shape. The guy started to do a tub. He's going to tub it, do a mini tub over there. I don't know if you can tell by the video. I'll go to the other side, but he started to do the mini tub on it, and then, you know, cut that inner fender well out, and then stopped. I was looking at, I think I can get, I'm not restoring this thing by any means. It's just going to be a ratty muscle car. I'm definitely going to do the patch panels here. I think they're like about $110 from here to the 3/4 seam there. I think it's $200 for the back piece. And I think I can, you know, just patch in up to the edge of the tunnel, take out what needs to be taken out. I think he said there's a torsion housing back here that might be getting kind of sketchy, so we'll have to look at that. So it does have, like I say, Coronet 500 door badges. But again, I think they all had door badges, so you just get a 500 door badge from a junkyard. Somebody said the guy said that you can look up the VIN someplace, but I don't know. I'll have to go and look at that. So here's all the, again, the ugly. You can see the ventilation through the holes. He said there's about 3 sets of 10 here. Or not 10, but I've got Volkswagens on the brain. 3 sets of trim. Enough to do 3 cars. You can see there's some 66 stuff here. There's door jams. I don't know if there's any complete sets. I don't know if it's one complete set or it's just a shit ton of parts from a shit ton of different cars. I see quite a few 66 Coronet. But again, I don't know if anything's complete. There's the back of the back seat. You can see that's good. And it has that center jump seat console thing there. So that's kind of cool. But I think that's it. Yeah, there's a piece of wood where the glove box should be. I don't know about the piece of wood, but I don't think that's factory. Coronet 500. You can see here, back tire. So he started to tub it. And I'm thinking I might just either try to find one and just put a fender well back in it. I think they sell the inner fender wells. I might be able to patch it together. The worst part is, you can see through there. I don't have the keys with me. Let me tuck you back. We're looking at that bracket that drops down. Now that's the support for the trunk hinge and spring. And on these Coronets, when you tub it, you have to add a support. And he cut that out. So there's no support over here. So I'll have to watch that. Opening and shutting the trunk. There is a 20-gallon fuel cell. I don't know if you can see that back there. I'll tuck you in. See if you can get this all the way back in there. It's a 20-gallon fuel cell mounted in the trunk. He cut out the wheel well, or the spare tire well. Added that in. And I think he was going to drag race it. He had another pretty cool car in his shop. Yeah, I'll add a picture in. Let's see. I think I'll stick the picture in up there of that other race car. He said he was part owners on that. But that's it. The good, pretty damn straight. The bad, no motor, no trans. No nothing under the hood. The ugly, rusted out floor pans. But really, honestly, that's not that bad. I'll double check on the, like I said, on the cross member stuff or the subframe stuff, but it's not too horribly bad. He was saying there's, you know, he's done the floor mounts. I guess there's the floor supports or something. I think this is the side where he said the cross member for the torsion housing is kind of rusted off. I know I can buy those. I might be able to just box it. It's got kind of cool rims. This is the only one with the center cap. It's got 3 different kinds of tires on it. Headlights and the grill. Pretty cool. I like the body style. It's got that classic Mopar, you know, lines. See if I can get the whole thing in the picture. Right there. Classic Mopar lines. Alright, this video's running on too long. Hopefully I can find a donor car. Something either with a 440 or a 383. Haven't decided. I think it was a 727 tranny in there. So we will try to do the same thing. Again, it's not a restoration. I see if I can flip this around. Hey, you don't really want to look at me. So it's not a restoration by any means. I'm just going to make it run and drive the shit out of it. You've probably seen my Samurai in some other videos. It's definitely not a you know, show car. I can't stand that kind of shit. If I have a show car, it's not going to be something I drive. I live on a dirt road with gravel. The thing that's pissed my wife off about the whole deal is I've got other projects. Well, actually, her Sammy over there. Yeah, there it is. I've got the motor torn apart on that. The head's in the shop getting that done. We're gonna, it blew a head gasket a couple times, or it blew a hose. She overheated it, and now it won't. It had a bad head gasket. I think it warped the head, so sent the head in to get fixed. The American Clipper, that's just a project in and of itself. But see, what's nice is that has a Dodge 440 in it. I don't know what the tranny is. I don't think the tranny will work, but I could pull that motor and slap it into the Coronet. But she said no. She said the motorhome is her baby. That's silly because she says the dogs are her replacement children too. Women are silly. But I have this Bradley GT. I'm not sure if you know what a Bradley GT is. Let me show you. It's a Volkswagen kit car. Oh, Volkswagen kit car. There it is. The door panel here is about knee height. It's kind of like if a Opel GT had sex with a Corvette while watching some German movie. It would be a Bradley GT. The windshield actually is like C2 Corvette. I forget what C2 is, but I think it's like early 60s, late 60s. Dish mags. Those will polish up nice. I got this motor, pieced it together for a trike project, which is in a box still. But here's the front end for the trike. Right there, front end for the trike. Springer front end. That rim's toast, but I got another rim. I just got projects up the wazoo. Up the wazoo. So there's Bradley GT. Motor runs. But, yeah, maybe. If someone wants to buy this, no motor. $500. Let me know in the comments below. Yeah. I'm going to pull the motor, keep that for the trike, but the body is this thing. Pan's rusted on that also, but I do have replacement pans. I wanted to actually drop the floor on that 3 inches so you could put a normal seat in there. And when I sit in, I've got a Samurai seat in there. When I sit in that seat, my head is above the roof line, like above the windshield. So that's like no bueno. So my goal was to drop the pans about 3 inches, 2-3 inches, and then you can get a better, you know, a decent seat in there. The original seats that they came with were just kind of like a fiberglass buggy, and then you laid back, and then the headrest was like kicked forward, so it was real goofy. And I'll never find those seats. Actually, I saw a guy on Craigslist that had one with the seats and all the interior and stuff in it, but I said, are you open to I said, are you negotiable on the price? And he said, you know what, go fuck yourself, some crotchety old bastard. All right, thanks for watching. See the pond, the gray skies. The grass is turning green though. The dogs have destroyed this lawn. Grass is turning green, the trees are blooming. See, look at that. And that fucking bee just attacked me. So there you go. There's the leaves are popping out on the trees like crazy. Thanks for watching.